laugh you. Actually, if you are interested, most scientists that I've come across, maybe I've been lucky, but most of them, just by showing them, they go, actually, you're wrong about that. That's not really what we believe. Well, they want you to say, well, they go, let me try and run you through this. And so I think the biggest real stumbling block for people in science is they would rather know nothing, and because they're scared that they might say, maybe they'll mispronounce Niels Bohr, maybe they won't quite understand this side about quantum mechanics. Well, actually, there's nothing wrong with not understanding things. There is something wrong with not wanting to understand.
Is that fear of failure then responsible for people saying, I am either arts or science? Why does there have to be this divide? You did it on the 90 page, arts versus science, and it was very polarised, and there was a clear division between the two, wasn't there?
Do you know what the wonderful thing about that was? That the scientists all fell out almost immediately, and the artists had a lovely time in the other corner. But I think actually, I mean, we were doing that as a slightly jokey debate, which only came quite far, but we were doing it and people would be drinking hot cider. I think, again, it's one of those illusions. Art versus science is really a hangover from the days when science was seen as this rather dirty thing you did. And if you were a nice person, if you were a good, kind of upper class person, you read poetry and you looked at the clouds and now, again, I think it all goes back to there is no divide. You should be interested in reading great novels, and you should be interested in understanding what it is.
But in the old days, if you were doing A levels, you were considered either to be a humanities person or a science person, and you couldn't mix the two.
Yeah. And I think the battle is getting less. I think, if anything, the art still has this. One of the big problems we have sometimes in the newspaper